All right, well here we are at the first Baltimore Washington Tech Meetup.
Get all over your fingers.
Cheers to everyone.
That's awesome.
So we actually had 20 sign up originally, but because of the snow out there, it's like, you know, monsoon snow season out there. It's a good at least inch. We had pretty much everybody bail on us, but it's really good because we got an intimate group tonight. The purpose of this meetup is to really focus on Web 3.0 technologies, really emerging technologies, but we are particularly interested in the latest and greatest, which everyone still is fixated on Web 2.0, and Web 2.0 is pretty much social media, rich internet applications, just starting to touch on location-based services.
Really robust, like searches, like Google. I mean, just like the introduction of all of these incredible search engines and the amount of knowledge that is available out there as well. It's still Web 2.0.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Web 3.0 is pretty much taking the best of the Web 2.0 and getting off the desktop. So it's moving more toward handhelds, netbooks, smartphones, corporate signage. Because eventually, as you walk around a mall or as you walk around an airport, your mobile phone will interact with the corporate signage, which will interact with, you know, your Bluetooth headset, and all web information will kind of be not just everywhere, but then there's also this concept of the semantic web, which is no longer I do a query search to get an answer. Answers are delivered to you based on what you're doing, your preferences, biofeedback, who your friends are, what your patterns are on the web, and that's what they're calling the semantic web. So there's a lot of people that call the Web 3.0 the semantic web, whereas we don't necessarily define it as the semantic web. We define it as the best of the Web 2.0 plus semantics plus getting off the desktop. So anyway, that's really the concept, is to just every month talk about what the newest thing is. I figured tonight we would talk about kind of trying to define the Web 3.0 and some of the technologies that epitomize the Web 3.0. But before we do that, let's just introduce ourselves. So I'm Todd Marks. I'm the president of Mindgrub Technologies. We've been in business since 2002, but it was just largely myself. We started growing in 2005 with Patrick as an intern, but he came on board 2006. We had a growth year last year, and we're 10 now. Although we didn't pull everybody out tonight, although we should have forced them thinking that it would be pretty thin. But Mark's like, yeah, no, I'm not into that. Which I don't blame him. Zierfoss obviously couldn't make the trip, and you know, we can go down the list. So that's myself. I largely was a Flash developer for a number of years. I had a company in Baltimore in 2000, was a minority owner of a company in 2000, did a lot of work in New York. Ended up working for a series of companies and grew those companies and figured out I need to start Mindgrub. And we've been focusing on rich internet applications, web-based training, social media, and now mobile applications. And we recently bought viaplace.com and hearconference.com, which are location-based services framework and a conference focusing on the Web 3.0.
I'm Patrick Wilson. I'm a software engineer for Mindgrub. I was the first employee when we kind of took off a little bit. So I pretty much focus on developing, you know, both front end and back end technologies. I've done a lot of PHP work. I do a lot of Flex work at the moment. Had a lot of fun with knowledge distribution and mapping and geolocation systems.
Hello, I'm Alan Kane. I'm an independent contractor local to the area and been working in programming in the computer fields for about 15 years now. I've been doing pretty much followed technology that's gone from the server-based mainframe all the way down to client server, the new web-based, and now we're going into the Web 3, if you can define that. I'm just interested in learning about what are the new technologies, you know, bringing computing power mobile, bringing services, you know, desperate services into all unifying into one, make it accessible to individuals, whoever they are, whatever they're doing, and that's kind of the areas that I'm interested in learning about, and I think that's where technology is taking
My name is John Stuppy. I work for Round Arch. I'm working with Todd for 6 years. I also do some contracting for Mindgrub and some data place work as well. Focusing on all technologies, really, whatever comes up. And data analysis, data presentation, just user experience design.
I'm Vince Buscemi. I'm a project manager at Mindgrub, and started off as doing development, HTML and CSS sort of stuff, and really found my passion being more in the interaction with clients, with the managing of projects, and then of course with kind of being an evangelist of all of the cool technologies that Mindgrub is getting into, speaking at conferences and trying to just get the name out about Mindgrub and social media, networking, mobile development and design, and all of the cool stuff that we're kind of got our finger on right now. So yeah, I'm excited about the way that the web is moving into the next direction, and we're trying to, I think all of us here tonight are trying to move along with it and stay on top of things. And that excites me, just trying to be on the cusp of great technologies and being a part of them, and not kind of getting on the train too late. Glad that we all made it out safe. And we're enjoying a beer at Elegant City
It's too
Brewery.
bad everybody else didn't make it. If anybody watches our video, then sorry you couldn't make it here. I realize the weather's pretty bunk, but we wanted the show must go on. We didn't want to postpone. We didn't want to cancel because there'll be another one next month. So we'll be able to carry on that way. All right, so the goal is at the start of every meeting, after introductions, to kind of agree on what the topic is. That's pretty much the standard format for Meetup. The thing that I would throw out is that it's worth talking about what the Web 3.0 is and trying to define that, and what technologies are starting to shape up to define the Web 3.0.